Hello, Laura. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at your writing. You mentioned some things here that are really actually very smart design decisions. Um, uh, Keep it down. Your logo is right, design is very simple, clean, designed as scalable, and should implement well into my various elements. And I totally agree with that. I think it's versatile. I think it's clean. I think it's minimalistic. I think it's memorable. I think it's effective. It's definitely scalable, and it's an effective logo. Definitely, I'm all for it. I think it looks fantastic. Kevlar. I would bring out several curves of Kevlar's because that element just brings a little bit of femininity to design. I'm not so sure that it brings femininity to the design, but it definitely provides a wonderful contrast with the typeface, the sans serif typeface you're using for your name. So I love the relationship. I think it's really beautiful. I feel it's a pretty safe business professional color. Yeah, I mean, a red logo is bold. It's for a designer. It's bold, definitely. I think other variations, other hues or other values of red. I think something a little more subtle is perfectly effective. But a red logo is pretty darn bold. I wouldn't, but and so I agree with you there. Now, as far as the teal goes, now this blue that you're using, this teal is as far as temperature goes, it's pretty cool. Um, so just as long as you're aware, it could be a little bit warmer. I think if you, I mean, it's a personal preference. It really is. But I think at this point, I just think that the teal is just a little bit on the cool side of the temperature spectrum. So think about that. Maybe even a different hue of teal or blue. Um, just work on it and see what you think. Just keep experimenting with color. There's nothing wrong with it. I just feel like it's just a little bit on the cool side, especially when we start putting it in business cards, letterheads, etc. So keep that in mind. Okay. One thing. Oh, and good job. I mean, this is perfect for black on white, one color. It's fantastic. So really good job. Good versatility and good foresight in in determining the functionality, placement, and the versatility of the logo. So I've got you up right here. I just want to do a couple of things here. So for this horizontal version, there's something that's kind of bugging me a little bit here. I want you to try this and tell me how you feel about this. So I think that to redistribute the vertical weight, I think the vertical weight is a little bit it could be a little bit more mechanically sound. And I say that because right now it seems like the logo itself would be a little bit more effectively grounded if you took your name and moved it up just a little bit and just aligned it with the baseline of the C. So align the bottom, your last name with the baseline of the C, pull that up a little bit and just give a little bit more space. To me, this seems forced in here a little bit, and it almost seems like what you're trying to do is preserve this negative space by the way that your name is presented here. So you're almost, it feels like you're almost trying to preserve that curve right there, and I think it's creating a little more visual tension than anything else. So again, I would move that up, try it, see if you like it, move it up to the baseline and just give a little space there. Otherwise, I think it's great. Now, the last thing we need to check here is the spatial relationships between the name and the mark. So we do that, of course, and this is a great trick. I mean, you're a veteran designer. You probably do this yourself, but a really great trick is to, when you run your tests, right, you run your visual tests on all your design work. For example, if I'm doing a logo for a company that's has mobile units like trucks, I will print the logo out on a large format printer, and we'll take and we'll tape the logo to the side of a truck, and I'll have the truck drive by at 35 miles an hour just to check the visibility of the logo in motion, right? And we can do the same thing. There's another trick that I do all the time is I'll take a print piece and I'll put it on I'll tape it to the wall. I'll walk across my studio to the other wall just to see how it looks at a distance. And we can mimic that here. And this is something I always do is just zoom out. Now, right now we're going to check the spatial relationships, the scale. So the relationship between the name and the mark. So let's just go ahead and zoom out. And the results are good because we can see even at small size, the name is still visible and the logo doesn't fall apart. So passing that test with flying colors, outstanding. All right, great job. You're just about there. This is gorgeous, by the way. I think this works out very well. Okay, good. Great job. Thanks so much for sharing. If you have any questions, Laura, please let me know. I'll be glad to make any necessary clarifications. Thank you very much.